so much for talking to us. It's really nice of you.
Gayatri, a very good afternoon.
How do you perceive food and nutrition related education in today's curriculum? Do you feel it's important, maybe as important as maths and science?
Okay, so what I feel that the challenge that we are facing today regarding the children's diet is that they are eating a lot of junk food. Their preference is eating a lot of Maggies and pizzas and burgers. And if you present the homemade food, they would probably say no. That what they are fighting every day. Every home has a problem related to this, and the mothers are gently complaining on PTMs that the children are not eating home cooked food, and they are very fussy about the eating habits. And their only preference is that they want to eat out most of the times. So, which is leading to unhealthy weight gain of the children, and it is affecting. I feel it is leading to obesity. As a result, their concentration levels are very low, and sometimes it leads to depression also. I've seen some cases where the children are facing depression and they feel left out because the children are making fun of them because of their health. They are obese, so they feel left out and they don't want to mingle with their friends.
We start dealing with children at a very formative age. How do you think are their dietary habits, and is there anything at all that they should be changing?
I think food and nutrition education is rarely ignored in most of the schools. But I think it should be a part of the education system. It should become a part of the curriculum, because starting at an early age is important, because the food preferences are formed at a very early stage. What we want to eat, what we don't want to eat. So it's very important to start at a very early age, because that's the only chance we can guide the children to make the best choices regarding food, so that they can lead a healthy life later on. And probably we can turn the tide on obesity epidemic, which is the current problem that we are facing with the children.
Please give us your feedback about Masterclass. You recently interacted with our children and they were really excited to see you.
Gayatri, you're doing a wonderful job. And recently I've had an experience to see the performance of the children when our worthy president, Sir, of DAV CMC, he recently visited the school. So your children prepared a 3-course meal under your guidance, and Sir was so impressed by the food. It not only looked great, but it also tasted, it was a sumptuous delight. And Sir was so impressed by the entire thing, the way food was presented, the way it was prepared, and the healthy ingredients that went into the making of food, that he announced that very soon he's going to start DAV MasterChef Championship all over India. And he himself said that he will come personally, and he told our worthy principal ma'am, Dr. Mrs. Meera Sharma, to hold the finals in Amritsar, and he would personally come to judge that final round. So that was a wonderful thing, and your children are really aware of making the right dietary choices. They are becoming independent in the cooking skills, and their food vocabulary is also enhanced, and they are developing the life skills also. They are developing team spirit, confidence, and sharing. So you are doing a great job, Gayatri. And my children, especially in Cantt, especially the 3rd graders, so they look forward to this program because they generally refer that, ma'am, when we are going to go to the senior branch, we will be enrolling ourselves for this program, because I also want to learn like my Didi or Bhaiya cooks in the class. So you are really passing on this healthy eating culture in the families also. And some children, grade 2, grade 3, they are sharing the healthy recipes which their siblings are making. So they are also sharing the recipes with us. Even my staff ward children, they are, here. So the staff also keeps sharing and appreciating the efforts that are being put in by you in training the children regarding healthy diet.
As an educator, what is your suggestion to the parents of today in terms of inculcating a healthy food culture in their homes?
So my suggestion to all the parents, that they also need to act as role models. First, they also need to uh, follow those choices themselves. Only then they can encourage their children to adopt the same habits. And it's not out of compulsion. They must enjoy the food that they are eating, because that helps the child to develop a very healthy relationship with the food. And they must share with the child that how, from where the food is coming, because your program also focuses, I've seen, it's called Farm to Fork, right? So like if the child is, I think, shown how the food is grown and how it is being cooked, and if it is not cooked in the right way, and if the right ingredients are not going in your food, and how they affect your health in the coming years. So I'm sure if these efforts are made by each and every one of us, I think the children should be able to make wiser choices in their life regarding their eating habits. And I have seen, it is my experience, that whatever you give to your child, they are very receptive to bring in on a change. They are like very open to these things, and they adopt these habits very early. So my suggestion that even I personally follow this, that I'm very particular about my diet also. So I try and make healthy choices for the food. So like we cannot control the things that are happening in our life, but I can definitely control what is going inside my body, right? So I think we need to give a good fuel to our body so that it can take us to places in the coming years.
Thank you so much for talking to us, ma'am. You've been very generous. It was such a pleasure to speak to you.
So all the very best, Gayatri. So keep doing.
Thank you.
Good work.